If you didn't know already, Geometry Dash's history is full of memorable events and highlights. From updates that revolutionized the game, all the way to waiting 6 long, grueling, painful years for a single update to drop. At least we didn't have to wait as long as GTA 6, which by the way, got delayed once again. Like at least RobTop isn't that lazy. Anyways, updates are a crucial part in keeping Geometry Dash running. But I noticed, the history of Geometry Dash updates somewhat correlate to US history. So I decided, why not make a video on it? So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be talking about in today's video. But before we do, make sure to subscribe. We're trying to hit 40,000 subscribers, and subscribing means you'll contribute to that. Anyways, enjoy the video. Starting off with 1.0, which was literally the first version of Geometry Dash ever. I mean, at this point, it was at the most basic form, and most levels looked like stereo madness. Not even mirror portals were in the game yet. Just orbs, jump pads, and some portals. That was it. Now this, I'd say, correlates to the pilgrims that came to the United States before it even was a country. Now let me explain. At this point for Geometry Dash, there was nothing. And I wouldn't even call it Geometry Dash because it was so far off of what the game is now today. I feel like this correlates to the pre-US times where it was just pilgrims, which are basically immigrants for my non-American viewers who are watching this video. Now skipping an update, we get to the 1.2 era where Geometry Dash got the ball game mode. But this isn't what's so important about this update, because around this time, the most innovative Geometry Dash level dropped. This level was Demon Park, and if you don't know, this level is the reason why the demon difficulty exists. I find this similar to the founding fathers. People such as George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin, and much more. They were the one who led the people to become more independent from the British control, and the reason that the United States of America exists today. You see the similarity? No? Well, I don't give a shit. Moving on to update 1.3, this is when the demon difficulty actually gets added to the game, which I find equivalent to the Declaration of Independence on July 4th, 1776. This is when the US officially became a country, just like in 1.3 where the demon difficulty became official. Okay, after some irrelevant history that I'll be skipping for both Geometry Dash and the US, we come to update 1.7 where a main level called Electrodynamix officially drops. Now I might be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure the Electrodynamix difficulty debate started ever since it was released. This is basically the same thing as the Civil War. The Civil War was fought inside of America from 1861 to 1865. It was fought against the South, who supported slavery, and the North, who didn't support it. Now that sounds familiar. The only difference between these comparisons is the fact that the US actually found the solution, which was thankfully just getting rid of slavery. However, the same cannot be said about the Electrodynamix debate, which is still being argued in the community to this day. Like, bro, come on, get a life. Now we're at the 1.9 era of Geometry Dash, which in my opinion was the most revolutionary update. I find this similar to the Industrial Revolution, which was how America became so wealthy at the time. This was around the 1870s when factories, monopoly powerhouses, and just America itself was booming. Just like Geometry Dash with its popular levels such as Bloodbath, Cataclysm, and 9 Circles. We're also gonna ignore the fact that the Industrial Revolution started to form before the Civil War. So at this point, we're really just looking at the second Industrial Revolution. But I still wanted to point that out because I already know that you guys are gonna correct me in the comment section. We are getting really modern here now. 2.0 is an update where serious decoration was added, along with the robot game mode. However, some people don't like this update. To be fair, this was when levels such as Love Baba was introduced. But there were still good levels such as Artificial Ascent and Dear Nostalgists. So this perfectly fits the idea of the Roaring 20s and shortly after the economic fall, which otherwise is known as the Great Depression. This also generated mixed feelings, so I think these two events in the 1920s match 2.0. Now we got 2.1, which isn't really a big breakthrough, just like the Americans recovering from the economic crisis, otherwise known as 2.0. But after 2.1, everything was quiet. Although the community achieved many things, the game was never updated for a really long time. Just like how America fought World War II, the Cold War, which was was not actually a war, went to space, did all these things. Yet the biggest breakthrough was about to come for both Geometry Dash and the United States. After over 6 years of waiting, 2.2 is finally here. This was anticipated for years, and it was our most recent breakthrough. What might 2.2 correlate with in the US? Well, I think the answer is pretty clear, and that is the invention of modern technology, computers, and smartphones. I wouldn't say all of them were invented by Americans, but I'm too lazy to get this technical. And so far, 2.2 is not a disappointment, just like our modern technology. And just like that, we're here in the present. Anyways, that's about it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to subscribe. This took me so long to make, so any form of support is appreciated. With that being said, have an amazing day, and bye!